What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Huddy, and today I'm bringing you guys a ice shot Amazon build, also slash channel update. Well, first, I think I'm just gonna go straight into the channel update. I'm basically what's going on is well, I'm done moving. I moved in. I'm settled in. So I've been streaming, as y'all have seen, but the major thing is I'm changing shifts at work. And so my times of streaming and just being online in general are changing. So I am going to night shift. So I will not be able to stream at 3 o'clock or 6 o'clock, considering I'll be at work. So the new streaming schedule most likely gonna have to be like Friday, Saturday, and Sunday nights. Um, and yeah, that's basically it. Battlefield 6 dropping next Friday, so that's hype, at least for me. I know probably a lot of you guys don't care about Battlefield 6, but I've been waiting on a good Battlefield since Battlefield 1. I skipped 2042 and 5, so 6 is gonna be lit. I played the hell out of that beta, so I'm excited. I think that's it for the channel updates, honestly. I'm gonna still talk to y'all and try to figure out what's going on and what y'all want. But yeah, streaming at 2:30 a.m., 3:30 a.m. when I get home from work, I doubt any of you guys are gonna be on. I mean, I may try it, may grab new followers or new subscribers that way, elsewhere where they're awake. But other than that, I really didn't plan on streaming at that time. And I think that's it for what's going on. And we can get into the ice shot Amazon build. It's pretty straightforward. It's really no different leveling guide. I mean, the leveling guide, I'll put a leveling guide in the max roll, but just get you a Widow Hell, a decent quiver, and just keep upgrading your quiver and your skills, and just run lightning arrow and just fly through the campaign in like 4 hours. Like, it's super simple. There's really no different guide than any other guide out there, honestly. Just lightning arrow through campaign and then re-roll. That's it. Because lightning arrow is so, but hell, don't, if you don't want to switch from lightning arrow, just use lightning arrow, because lightning arrow is just busted like that. So just go ahead and use that. But I wanted to use ice shot. I also have a hollow palm build for this same character. I just re-roll into hollow palm and change a few nodes around, and it's just as fun. I just don't have the gloves I'm trying to craft right now. I'm trying to craft the gloves I need. I bricked like 5 pairs already. So I'm gonna keep crafting, keep trying to sell and farm for stuff like that. But the first build I'm gonna show you guys is the ice shot build. There's plenty of other ice shot builds out there. Hell, mine may be similar. I say mine, but I'm pretty sure we're all the same. But this is for the people who like to watch me. So let's get into it. We're gonna get into the skill tree. Like I said, it's a pretty basic like build. Like, it's so simple, super strong, can clear everything. For my ascendancies, I rocks my main notables are Stalking Panther, which evasion rating from equipped helmet, gloves, and boots is doubled. Evasion rating from equipped body armor is halved. Then you got Mystic Harvest. Life leech recovers based on elemental damage as well as physical damage, which you need, consider we're doing a full elemental build. Predatory Instinct, reveal weakness against rare and unique enemies, 50% more damage against those said enemies with the open weakness. And then the other notable is In for the Kill. So I get movement speed and skill speed every time an open weakness is in my presence. Super strong. Why not run it, you know? Key things here: evasion, movement speed, more evasion, master fletching, increased quiver, easy damage right here already at the beginning of the tree. I didn't grab these until like I was like level 90, 95, but cooked. Increased damage bonus, 25% reduced global defenses. And global defenses is like energy shield, evasion, armor. I think that's about it. So, I mean, me barely having enough energy shield anyways and low evasion, might as well throw that on. Easy damage. I grabbed Maiming Strike, increased attack damage, Easy points right here. I grabbed acceleration. Really only came this way for the movement speed. We're just stacking movement speed because movement speed is king. If you don't run movement speed, you're slacking. I came all the way down here for a jewel socket, but then as I continued to level up, I came down here to grab Tainted Strike, which is 25% increased critical hit chance for attacks, 30% increased magnitude of non-damaging elements, and non-damaging elements is like shock, freeze, chill, and electrocute. So me doing crits is perfect. I crit a lot. So this is a perfect thing here. This build crits a lot. I think it's like 89% crit hit chance. We'll see in a second. I remember by heart. Feather fletching increases and reductions to projectile speed also apply to damage with bows. So what that means is, like, if I put acceleration on my skill, it increases my damage. But for some reason, it doesn't show in the tooltips. So I don't know what's up with that. Still messing around with that. Next notables you want to grab are Heartbreaking, Heart Stopping, and Struck Through. All three of these together, absolutely insane, especially Struck Through with the plus 1% to critical hit chance. Amazing. Crazy damage spike. Another one you want to get, Walker of the Wilds. Everyone's running this who's running any type of bow build, or hell, even Hollow Palm. But basically, it's just mana leech recovers based on elemental damage types instead of physical damage. Once again, we're 100% elemental. We're always leeching mana. Easy. Next notable you want to grab, Unbound Forces. Chill duration, shock duration, increased magnitude of chill, magnitude of shock. We're doing both chill and shock, so why not grab these? Even more damage being applied to the bosses that you're going against. Super nice. Subterfuge Mask, 2 evasion per 1 item energy shield on equipped helmet. That's why you try to get a high ES helmet. Therefore, you will gain 2 evasion per 1 ES. I feel like that's kind of a must-have, especially since you're not allowed to stack health. And I've had this character up to 93 evasion, and it did not matter. I was getting absolutely destroyed by any and everything, but I think that's because they changed the way accuracy works or whatever now for monsters. I don't know. It just does not feel good to run high evasion without ES. It's kind of trash, kind of boring. I hate running ES, but just to stay alive so I can actually enjoy my maps and farm, I have to run ES, as well as you do as well. Other notable, more ES, Crashing Wave, 30%, 36% increased damage if you've dealt a critical hit in the past 8 seconds, which I crit all the time, so I'm always gonna have 36% increased damage. I might take Moment of Truth off because it says if I've dealt a non-critical hit recently, and I think I crit way too often to really benefit from this, but it's kind of hard to tell at the same time, so I don't know. I came up here and grabbed True Strike for the Jugular and Deadly Force. Run these, huge damage boost, must-haves for this build specifically. I grabbed Spectral Ward, maximum energy per 12 evasion rating on equipped body armor. If you got high evasion chest rating, you get more energy shield basically. So you kind of want to try to get a high hybrid. And yeah, you'll benefit from Spectral Ward quite a bit. Careful Assassin basically raises my crit hit chance by 50%, but it reduces my critical damage by 20%, which is okay. I think it balances out with how much I crit versus the actual multiplier. I feel like it's okay. Main jewels you want to try to get, honestly. I went with a Time Lost Sapphire because I couldn't afford a Time Lost Diamond. But I went with this one, which was increased elemental damage, crit hit chance, and critical damage bonus to anything in the radius. So the more of these nodes you have, the more damage technically you get from just having points within this circle. But for your, oh, and I also have a Heart of the Well. This is a very expensive one. Apparently I looked on the market. This is like 200 plus div that I just kind of had sitting in my stash from just killing the freaking Exiles next to Abyssals. Didn't know that, but I got a double gain, so this is sick. If you can, aim for this. If not, get one gain, which I would recommend. Just go lightning, because for some reason lightning scales way harder than cold, so just get a gain of damage, of extra lightning damage over the extra cold. I know, sounds crazy, but lightning for whatever reason scales way harder than any other element in the game, so go for lightning damage. Get crit hit chance, critical damage bonus, and that fourth one could be anything you feel like you need, which can vary from skill speed to increased evasion, increased ES, and some other stuff you can get too. Based on that fourth slot can be whatever you need it to be. What other jewels? If you can fit in at least one or two of these as well with the increased bonus gain from equal quiver. This is a pretty bad one, but the max roll, I mean, on the quiver, cool, but everything else is kind of mid. But we keep it. And my sapphires are just all crit hit chance, cold damage, elemental damage. This was a pretty decent one, I guess. Not really, it's pretty bad, but I needed the fire res, so I went with it. It is what it is. And I think that's it for the tree. Fairly simple, pretty basic. It's basically the same tree you will run with lightning arrow, but not as much like shock duration and all that stuff. Like, you don't have to grab all these nodes. It's pretty sick, actually. I actually enjoy Ice Shot way more. We're gonna get into the gear now. Once again, like I was saying, this is very high end Uber-ish like build, like what I got going on right now. So this is my bow. Aim for critical hit chance, prod skills, and additional arrows mainly. And then if you can get increased physical damage, I mean, basically this is exactly what you want your bow to look like. I wish I would have landed flat fizz instead of increased elemental damage with attacks, but we take those. It is what it is. I volled it, got an extra psychic. Luckily, it did not brick. Thank God, because I would have been pissed. And I threw in the gain 5% of damage as extra damage of all elements. Beautiful, easy damage. My helmet, like I was saying, this character right now is like at the mid-max point. So once I hit a certain point, I kind of just started going for rarity because I wanted to start farming effectively and stuff like that. So my helmet has rarity. Got the 2 reses I looked in for. And energy shield. I'm pretty sure I can get a way better energy shield helmet, but I'm not gonna be greedy. I'm just gonna rock this for a minute. Keep it pushing. Chest piece kind of mid, honestly. But I'm gonna obviously keep rocking with it until I can craft something better. But 3 triple socketed. Got lucky as hell with that. Corrupted it. Actually, yeah, corrupted it. Got the extra socket. The cold res is kind of trash. Kind of made me a little upset, but I almost got max spirit. I got increased evasion energy shield on it, which is a T1. Yeah, that cold res is a T5, so that's pretty unfortunate. If you can, try to get your reses as high as possible, especially if you're chasing rarity. Because you will get smacked on these like really hard delirium maps if your reses are not capped. Rings. Main things you want on your rings, at least at this point in the game, is rarity. You definitely want leech, at least mana leech. You may not want to get life leech, but try to get mana leech at the bare minimum. If you can't get anything else on this ring, reses, mana leech, flat damage. Because this also stacks to a Walker of the Wild, so get that leech. Same on both rings, on both rings. But if you're at this point, like where you're level 96, 95, you know, try to get rarity, flat damage, maybe a res, you'll be good. Amulet, main things you want to worry about: prod skills, spirit, crit hit chance, crit damage. The global defenses and evasion rating, sure, if you can afford it, go for it. But with things being super easy to craft this league, this amulet is actually fairly easy to craft on. Just go find you a nice base, which I don't know what bases are going for now, but find you a decent base. At least try to get one with the +3 prod skills. Fractured. Or at least on the amulet. Not even fractured. Just try to see if you can get one that's on the amulet. Then you can just use all the abyss stuff and craft one. This quiver, pretty GG quiver here. Flat cold, flat lightning, main things you don't worry about, as long as with the projectile skills. Crit hit chance, crit hit damage. I wish I had both skills instead of projectile speed, but it is what it is. I don't think I need any more damage than what I have. Actually, I have way too much damage, and I might just remove damage to get more ES, honestly, just so I can survive. But we'll see. I think this quiver is like all T1s too. Yeah, this is an all T1 quiver. It's kind of nuts. But onto the gloves. My boy Rube, he hooked me up with these. He crafted these for me. He saw that I needed some gloves, so he was like, get it together. Here you go. And he crafted me these. I watched him craft them. We bricked quite a few, honestly. We bricked quite a few gloves. Hell, I'm crafting more gloves right now for my Hollow Palm Amazon. And yeah, I'm failing constantly. It's bricking. It's not giving me what I need. But these finally landed. We cooked up these. They're great gloves. If you can, try to shoot for something like this. If you're at this point, which is like I said, 95, 96, and you're trying to just farm, and you just need, you're min-maxing. This is a min-max build. This is what you want to try to shoot for. If you can't shoot for this, I would say just go for energy shield, evasion, gloves. Like, try to get as high, just go for defenses. And if you can, try to get like 1 or 2 flat damage, and then the other 3 are just reses, like your suffixes, all reses. Your prefix, try to get 1 flat damage, and try to get the other 2 is like defenses, like increased evasion or increased energy shield and evasion. If you can't go for something like this, that's what I would say for the average person. I mean, I'm pretty average too. Like, I only get to play this game 3 hours a day, but like, for the everyday person, this is not something I would try to shoot for. I'll shoot for something with hella evasion or hella ES, reses, maybe 1 flat damage. But once again, like I was saying, with things being a little easier to craft, I feel like this is a little bit more obtainable than if it were to be a thing last league, or, you know, if you were to try to craft this last league. This is way easier to craft now. Headhunters, if you're not rocking the headhunters, I don't know what you're doing. I feel like everyone should be having at least one of these. And I think the price is going down quite a bit from when I got mine. I kept crafting. I've chanced probably at least 200 of these things and have yet to get one. So I just bought one. I kept selling stuff and I finally was able to get one. And I bought mine for like 55 div. And I don't think this is a good one either. Yeah, I think this is pretty trash. But it got triple charm slots, and that's all I cared about. My boots, once again, shout out to my boy Rube. He hooked me up with these. And they're pretty nice. They're not the best, but they're not terrible. So once again, if you can shoot for them, go for them. If you can't, just get movement speed, reses, and global defenses. Like, what I mean by global defenses, high evasion or high energy shield boots with your reses and movement speed. If you can afford to craft, shoot for something like this or better. You'll be good. The charms, thawing charm, grants immunity to freeze, onslaught, Once I'm slowed down, I get onslaught for like 2 seconds, 3 seconds, and then golden rite of passage, golden charm. I went with the spirit of cat, and basically 60% increased evasion rating, 100% increased critical hit chance, 30% increased skill speed, and 50% increased movement speed while this charm is active. And this charm is only active for 1 second. So, yeah, pretty cool. This is everything. Like I said, this is a very high budget version. And if you can, the cheaper version would be literally just focus on your defenses, your reses, and you'll be better off on a budget or on a more of a budget friendly end of things. But once you're able to afford stuff like this, go for it. Like I said, I'm gonna just run a quick little map. Then I'm gonna run a Zesh, and that'll be it. I kind of just wanted to talk to you guys about the channel for the most part, but I was like, I might as well just do a map while I'm at it too. I don't want to do an abyssal. I don't think I have one though. Where it's just taken over. We'll just do a basic ass map. Just call it a day. Which one do I want? We'll do this. We'll do penitentiary. I don't even got all the tablets in there, but we're gonna run it. This video's been kind of running long anyways. All right, y'all enjoying the league? I've been enjoying it. Once again, I do apologize for the inconsistencies and such, but we are here. Oh man, I forgot to go over the support gems. We're gonna do that real quick. Hopefully I don't get killed. My ice shot here. Rocky out of slow. Basically, it completely inverts the resistances of the enemy. Rapid attacks. Pinpoint critical for more critical hit chance. Elemental armament, more elemental attack damage. Ice bite. This is basically every time I get a kill, I freeze I kill a frozen enemy. I get 25% damage as extra cold damage. My DPS is 282,000. Yeah, my crit hit chance is 93.26%. And my critical damage bonus is 342%. So my critical damage bonus is kind of low, but I crit 93% of the time. So it just feels like I'm doing a lot of damage all the time anyways. Oh, I also have 130% rarity, which is a pretty good spot to be for what I have on. I run barrage, quick burst for bosses. Super nice. My tornado shot, also great for bosses. This is the boss skill, honestly. So I just shoot tornado shot, and obviously when you shoot a projectile in there, it goes in and out of the tornado once. So yeah, it just goes in once and it copies the projectile once, and then it's like it hits them twice. And oh shit. Well, I'm sorry, y'all. It's like 2:30 a.m. right now. On my barrage, I'm running second wind, heightened charges, and perpetual charge. On my tornado shot, I'm running blind 2, overabundance, which is for the skill limit. Basically, I think it just adds an extra tornado, but it doesn't last as long. But to counter that, I put prolonged duration 2, concentrated effect, which is more area damage but less area of effect. Then I threw on efficiency, therefore I use 40% less mana. Ball lightning, this is the only thing that this does is apply shock to the enemy basically. And with the enemy being shocked, they take bonus damage. As y'all know, that's why lightning arrow and lightning spear is so strong, because once you hit someone with shock, they take 20 or 30 or 50% more damage based on how much shock magnitude you can apply. And my support gems, overcharge, 50% increased magnitude of shocks inflicted by supported skill. Shock, 100% more shock chance. Consider casting, less cast speed, more damage. And more damage with this skill means more shock magnitude. Rapid casting, cast it faster. Lightning penetration, penetrates 30% of whatever I hit's lightning resistance. Voltaic Mark. Hits against my enemies have 50% more chance to shock. So I mark, hit him with a lightning ball. Well, when you walk into the boss room, you want a tornado shot. Get that ready. Mark, ball lightning, 8 shots till they're dead. If you need more damage, barrage. That's basically it. And for your Voltaic Mark, prolonged duration and overcharge. Or shock if they're inflicted by supporter skill. So yeah, like I was saying, when you walk into the boss room, tornado shot, you mark, ball lightning, 8 shot till they're dead. That's literally it. For mapping, I just run Herald of Ash, Herald of Ice, Wind Dancer, Trinity. On Herald of Ash, I run Fire Mastery, Magnified Effect, Herald of Ice, Magnified Effect, Elemental Armament, Elemental Focus, Pinpoint Critical, and Toll Stillness. Probably don't need this on here, honestly. Like 63k on there is crazy. I could probably change that and do something else. Wind Dancer, Blind 2, Magnified Area, Maim, Cooldown Recovery 2, Ambush. Basically, this does a lot of damage, surprisingly. Especially when they get hit, it just pops them back, maims them, and then they take a lot of damage. I run Trinity. Crazy damage boost, honestly. And I run Cold Mastery, Uthred's Omen, which is +3 to level of supported skills if exactly one other support is modifying them. So it's super nice. Like, I have 3 on there, so technically I was ruining it all with that. Yeah, perfect. I take that off. I ain't worried about it. So now it's 25. And it gives me way more damage now per 30 resonance. It's crazy damage. Super, it's stupid how much damage you get. All right, we're gonna knock this map out. I'm sorry this jungle is like super out of order. I'm tired. I'm sleepy as heck. But I kind of wanted to drop this. Been a busy Sunday. No. What's the delirium on here? I don't even see it. It's a high rarity. It's almost 200% rarity on here. I'm not gonna take too much time looking at that stuff. And another thing, shoot, I do so much damage. Honestly, I can slap Nova projectiles on and drop Pinpoint Critical. It'd still be good for mapping. Like, I do so much damage. I probably lost like, I lost 60% crit hit chance, but let me see where my crit hit chance is at now. It's at 100%. I have to see when we're done. Yeah, this build isn't as fast as LA, but it's just as efficient in my opinion. This is honestly the setup I run when I'm farming. Let's do this. What's y'all's favorite build y'all been running this week? I'm just gonna assume it's lightning arrow. I'll lie to you. We're gonna do a Zesh, and that's gonna be the video. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I am exhausted. I am exhausted. Hopefully this video doesn't come off as lazy as hell, but you never know. Surprised ain't nothing dropping. 30% rarity. Top of another 180 on the map. I'm not expecting much to drop, to be honest. Rarity is weird. Super RNG. Look at that clear though. Just as good as LA, man. Nothing lives. Stuck on the wall. What was that? Time to go blow the boss up now. We're gonna hit the zest, and that's gonna be the video. So you're gonna drop tomatoes.
No escape. Not this time.
This is with Nova projectiles. Like, this is nowhere near the same amount of damage I should have. Like, he would have been cooked way sooner if I was just rocking what I normally rock. Gotta hurry, get out of here. Go hit Zest up, blow him up. Y'all see the true power. Yeah, 93%. It's insane. I prefer it this way. $282K DPS. I just wish I could stack evasion. I hate running ES, man. But this build is super fun though. This and Hollow Palm Monk. Or not Monk, Hollow Palm Amazon. I just gotta get the gloves I need. We're gonna be cooking. Craft me some +2 melee gloves with some attack speed. Yeah, we're gonna be cooking. Similar to these, but with melee skills. I think I'm gonna need more though. I might have to craft me some different boots or something. Or maybe a different chest piece is just gonna have to come. What super high resist.
I need mana.
Because I think that's the only thing holding this build, that version of the build down. Super low on res. Get him up out of here. That's just ice shot, bro. That's no one shot anything. That's just literally me peppering him up with ice shot and freaking whatever else. Crazy. But that is the video, y'all. Hope y'all enjoy. I'm gonna continue to farm so I can do a hollow palm. Hope you guys understand and can be understanding of the channel changes soon. I'm trying my best to be more consistent. But other than that, we coolin', we back on schedule. Battlefield 6 drops this Friday, so I will be on that. Hope y'all are down to hop in and watch me kill motherfuckers. And maybe I can play with y'all too if y'all got it, you know? I'm cool with that too. But either way, I'm about to end this video. It's like 3 o'clock right now, and I'm tired. So I appreciate y'all. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.